The worst thing that can happen in any workplace is a fatality. To prevent such a tragedy, it's important for employers to be prepared for emergencies. They should be armed with proactive safety training programs, policies, and procedures that will reduce workplace injuries and ultimately fatalities.
First, make sure as an employer you have a plan in place to deal with emergencies. Because the most important thing you can do in that situation is save that worker's life. And if you have an emergency plan in place to deal with severe injuries, your chances of saving that life have dramatically increased. It's our view that any training that you can take ahead of time with how to deal with investigating a fatality that occurs in your workplace is time well spent, because if you can have the tools in place ahead of time to collect the information that needs to be collected, that will certainly put you in good stead for making sure that you make correct decisions in a time of very high stress. If this is a critical accident or unfortunately a fatality, make sure that you've preserved the scene of the accident so that nobody can interfere with it until the regulatory and police and investigators have had an opportunity to look at the scene.
During fatality investigations, it's important for employers to balance protecting their own internal investigation with allowing the authorities and the Ministry of Labour to conduct proper investigations as well.
When you're dealing with a live fatality, in particular in Ontario with the Ministry of Labour, it becomes a very serious quasi-criminal investigation. The client calls, we have somebody who's been critically injured and they're going to the hospital, Ministry of Labour is coming. I try my best to persuade them to do what I believe is the right thing, which is let's get a three-way call very quickly with a lawyer, preferably a lawyer like John and his team, who specialize in occupational health and safety laws and defense, to basically set up a retainer, establish client privilege, so that way when we arrive on scene and start doing that investigation, which is to be the benefit ultimately for the employer, that we do so that it is protected, and that in certain ways that becomes privileged information for John to deal with and advise that client. Otherwise, it's open-ended evidence for the investigators to take away.
When the event happens, you don't want to be the employer asking, so what am I supposed to do now? You want to know ahead of time what you're supposed to do, and then you want to try and implement it as best you can under the stress of the situation.
Having health and safety training programs in place not only keep employees safe and often save lives, but they also improve workplace culture, employee retention, and even productivity. For Canadian Occupational Safety, I'm Amanda Siliker.